Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. I am your ghost host, Wes Truth, and this week we're going to be taking a look at a humongous film that opened this week as our main topic, the Avengers Age of Ultron, and we're going to take a look around the world of Disney Park. So let's start our world tour. Alright, we're going to kick this week off in Tokyo. Plans were revealed this week for the 8th port coming to Tokyo DisneySea Park. The area will be Scandinavia, based around, of course, the movie Frozen. And over in Tokyo Disneyland Park, a new Beauty and the Beast and Alice in Wonderland themed areas will be coming to Fantasyland. I've heard a lot of good things about Tokyo DisneySea. A lot of people said it's the best theme park in the world. I've never been there, of course, but I would like to make it over to all the Disney parks one day. That would be nice. The overseas parks. I think the Scandinavia area with Frozen it looks like a good idea. It looks like gorgeous. I think that's what they should have done in Florida. In Hollywood Studios instead of making it at Epcot, but what are you gonna do? I think it would have been better to just do an area in studios. But anyway, should be interesting. And the Beauty and the Beast area and Alice in Wonderland area, the sketches at least of these areas look very interesting. The Beauty and the Beast area most likely will take inspiration from New Fantasyland. And the Alice in Wonderland area looks quite interesting. So, of course, as more is revealed, I will keep you updated. Now let's head over to Walt Disney World. A free dining offer is back at Walt Disney World when you purchase a non-discounted 6-night, 7-day Magic Your Way package. The offer is valid on arrival dates from August 28th to October 2nd, October 25th to the 31st, November 8th to the 19th, or December 15th to the 21st. So those select times. The free dining offer is definitely worth looking into. I know people, including myself, who have based trips just for that free dining plan. If you're staying in the moderate resorts, such as Caribbean Beach or the Coronado Springs, you can get this as long as you have the 6-day, 7-night. You're eligible for the free dining plan. Which is the sit-down dinners, the table service, which is pretty much almost all the nice restaurants in Walt Disney World. Some of them take 2 credits, some 1. Personally, I didn't have the dining plan on my last trip because I didn't have that package, but I would definitely recommend the dining plan if you're heading down to Disney and you would want that package. Moving on, the new Harambe Market will open later this month at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It will include 4 walk-up windows and seating for over 200 guests. Featured food will include skewered chicken and a kebab flatbread sandwich, sausage corn dogs, and ribs. You can find beverages at the Wahai Refreshments window. I'm sure I butchered that, but whatever. Including 6 South African wines sold by glass, not by the bottle. Safari, Amber Lager, and soft drinks. Yeah, it sounds interesting to me. I would check out the Harambe Market if I was heading up to Animal Kingdom sometime soon. It sounds like fun. And that is later this month that opens. The food sounds good to me. The latest Disney film, Sneak Peek, has been announced for Epcot. You can catch a preview of Pixar's newest film, Inside Out, starting on May 30th at the Imagination Pavilion Theater, a.k.a. the old Captain EO, a.k.a. the old Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, a.k.a. the old Magic Journey Theater, complete with special in-theater effects. Inside Out hits theaters on June 19th. I am looking forward to Inside Out. It looks very cute by the previews. It's one of the movies I'm anticipating this summer. It should be fun, I think. And I like the sneak peek ideas until they find a 3D show that's a new 3D show, if they're bringing one in. into that theater. It's fine. And also a quick shout out, happy anniversary to Disney's Hollywood Studios. The park opens its doors back on May 1st, 1989. So the week I'm covering, this is its anniversary this week. So awesome. Disney's Hollywood Studios has gone through a lot of changes in the years it's been open. And it's going to go through a lot more. I've covered on this show since the last time I went in November how I feel it's really gone downhill. It's really a half-day park. It might even be like a 4-hour park if you don't see any of the shows. Like, I think I could spend more time in the Animal Kingdom than there right now. It really needs some updating, and it's gonna get some. So I'm very excited to see what the future of the park holds, because I think it really needs something special there. Alright, now let's head over to Disneyland. It has been confirmed that the Hatbox Ghost will reappear in the Haunted Mansion beginning on May 9th. That's right. I'm gonna finally get the chance to see the famed Hatbox Ghost. I'm very happy that they're opening this on May 9th and not just throwing a sheet over it until the 22nd when the main festivities begin. I would have been very mad if they're like, oh, you have to come back on May 22nd to see him, you know, when the Diamond Celebration officially begins. I'm missing enough not going the week after as it is. So I will be one of the first people to see the Hatbox Ghost, and that is pretty cool. Hashtag Hitch Host Perks. And also, a few super items have been added to the menu at Red Rocket's Pizza Port at Disneyland. In honor of Avengers Age of Ultron, you can find 3 new desserts, including the Black Widow Parfait, the Captain America Shield Cookie, and the Iron Man Mark V Dessert Waffle. You can also purchase the collectible Iron Man mug for soft drinks. I think this is very smart marketing. Avengers Age of Ultron, I'm going to be talking about in just a few minutes. A big hit. So they definitely want to capitalize on that. And they can in California. Unfortunately, they can't in Florida. Character-wise and whatnot. But, yeah. Good thinking. I will definitely be checking those out at Red Rockets next week. And that's what's going down in the world of Disney this week. Now, we're going to talk about a movie that came out this past weekend and destroyed at the box office like everyone thought it would. This is the first time I'm going to talk about a movie on this show. As you all know, I am a movie critic in my other show, The A-List, so I thought I would bring that over when it has to do with Disney or Disney parks, or even Universal parks for that matter, and talk about the movie that came out. We're going to talk all about Avengers Age of Ultron. Just a few months after the first team-up of Earth's Mightiest Heroes back in 2012, Disney confirmed the return of director, fan favorite, Joss Whedon would be back to the helm the sequel. Disney announced the release date for the then untitled Avengers sequel for May 1st, 2015, which it actually kept. At the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con, the title Avengers Age of Ultron was announced. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige told the audience while it shares the name of the popular storyline in comics, it wouldn't follow that exact story. Feige also indicated that the events of the film would alter the team roster for more of the upcoming films. At the 2013 con, director Joss Whedon revealed the brother-sister duo Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch would be joining the film. Throughout the year, James Spader was announced as the voice of Ultron, along with the casting of Aaron Taylor Johnson as Quicksilver and Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. Elizabeth Olsen, my girl. By the end of the year, returning cast members Robert Downey Jr., who of course Tony Stark, he plays in Iron Man, Chris Evans, Steve Rogers, Captain America, Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor, Mark Ruffalo, who plays Bruce Banner / the Hulk, Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff / Black Widow, Jeremy Renner as Clint Barton / Hawkeye, and Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Nick Fury, were all confirmed. In 2014, it was announced Paul Bettany, who had been the voice of Jarvis in previous films, would make his debut as the hero Vision. Filming on The Age of Ultron began February 11, 2014 in Johannesburg, South Africa. Along with Johannesburg, shooting took place in South Korea, England, Italy, Bangladesh, and the US. Just before 6 months of filming, Whedon announced the completion of principal photography on August 6, 2014. Marvel revealed the very first teaser for Avengers Age of Ultron during San Diego's Comic-Con International in 2013, featuring Ultron's helmet and the official logo for the film. In July 2014, the first footage of the movie was screened during Marvel Studios' annual presentation at the Comic-Con. The footage featured the first glimpse of Iron Man's Hulkbuster armor as he battled with his Avenger teammate the Hulk, as well as several scenes involving Ultron. The first trailer for Avengers Age of Ultron was initially expected to debut during the October 28, 2014 episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. television show, but the preview leaked online several days early. I remember that, forcing the studio to release it ahead of schedule. Marvel Studios announced that various theaters would host a 27-hour movie marathon, featuring all the films in Marvel's cinematic universe screened back-to-back, culminating in the premiere of Avengers Age of Ultron. And I know a few people who went to that and said it was pretty awesome. With the premiere of Avengers Age of Ultron fast approaching, more trailers, television spots, and footage were released in the months leading up to the film's arrival in theaters. Among the notable previews was a March television spot that put more of a spotlight on the team's supporting cast, with the usual heavy hitters as well, and the new trailer featuring Black Widow wielding Captain America's shield. Avengers Age of Ultron opened officially on May 1st, 2015 in the United States to great success, raking in $84.5 million on just opening day and $187.7 million total for opening weekend. The only movie that beat that number for opening weekend is the original Avengers film, which is kind of fitting, I think. So that is awesome. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a review. I enjoyed this movie. There are some people out there that said, I enjoy the first Marvel Avengers a little more, but I really enjoyed the heck out of this movie. The action kicks off in the first minute, setting up what's to come. The scene where Iron Man suits up in his Hulkbuster armor to go one-on-one with the Hulk is a blast. And the final battle scene is up there with the best in the genre. All of the scenes in between the fighting are all meaningful and important and don't just waste time. I thought the tone seemed darker here than the first Avengers film, and it seemed like all bets were off with who might come out of the fray. There are quite a few bit of laughs and funny banter between the heroes, though, especially in the first half, which was the most I've laughed in theaters so far this year. I really enjoyed getting some more insight on Hawkeye and Black Widow, as we get to see a bit of their backstories and home life. There's also an interesting new romance between two of the heroes, and a surprise or two you might not see coming. The Avengers roster is building, and then there's a good amount of characters here, but it's set up right and doesn't feel overstuffed. There is a mid-credits scene afterwards, but not one at the very end. I think a clip of Rick Astley would have been good in that spot. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, you got rickrolled. Personally, I like the first team up more, but Avengers Age of Ultron will easily be one of my favorite films of the year. Yes, if you have not seen Avengers Age of Ultron yet, I highly recommend you go check it out in the theaters. This is one of those movies where it's worth spending the extra money to see it in theaters. It really is, because it's not the same as watching on your TV. Unless you have a movie screen-sized television at home, which these days is becoming more common. But it's a lot of fun. It's a blast. As you know, I am a movie reviewer in my other show, The A-List, so I gave this the rating of A-List approved, which is my highest rating. Definitely, easily, the best movie I've seen this year so far. Alright, well that's all the time for the show this week. Don't forget, the week of May 10th to the 17th, I will be in Disneyland. If you're in the area, hit me up on Twitter. Until the next week's show, which I'll have up before my vacation, which will be sometime this next weekend. Don't forget to subscribe to the show, youtube.com/HitchHostShow. You can like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/HitchHostShow. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter @HitchHostShow. And I'll be posting all of the stuff from Disneyland and whatnot while I'm there on vacation next week. And don't forget, I will be doing the first ever HitchHiking Hosts Ultimate Disneyland Challenge. Well, it's 50 rides in one day of both parks. Let's see how much I can actually get done. Until next time, don't forget to...
Hurry back, hurry back.
For the next episode, see ya.